Alright, Winston, Ziva, Zenyatta, Moira. Alright. It's a fine comp. Can't be upset.
No need to mess about.
Oh, you could have thrown that damage orb already. You could have, you know, got some charge on your ult. It would have been really nice. So I would have gotten that far corner right away, thrown that damage orb in, bounced it off the wall, and you can get some really nice ult charge before the fight even starts. Oh, is it going to stop on each of it? No problem. So, yeah, that's tough. I wouldn't push in right now because your team is dying. Wow, the Mercy just came behind and rest. Alright, so a lot of stuff happened in a very small amount of time. So throw the damage orb right there. Make sure you get some ult charge. Throw it earlier. The Moira's ult is really good because it allows you to do your right and your left click at the same time. Big fan of it, and so you want to charge it early. You're not healing anything right there, and because your healing's on a cooldown, I would be careful about that. So you didn't need to focus on that Ryan at all. Your team was going to kill him. It's not bad to get the ult charge, but you really didn't need to focus on him. Kind of the same thing, where it's not going to be you that focuses on the Ryan here. You're going to lose. Well, not lose, but you're just not going to really put any value. It looks like Philip agrees with me. If you guys are committing to this fight, you'd be better to stay with your team and heal them. You guys shouldn't have committed to this fight in the first place, but if you were going to commit to them, you should have stayed with them and healed them. I'd be careful there. You weren't healing anything there, and again, because your healing is on a resource, it can be extremely valuable. Yeah, Philip's 100% right here. It didn't really matter because it was a Torb turret, but if it was more than a Torb turret, that could have been really bad. Okay, so your use of Fade there, your Fade was wasted. Generally, you should use your Fade to keep yourself alive. Or if there's a gap you desperately need to close, and that can be running away, or that can be a kill that you really need to secure. But right there was stuff that you could do on point. You could heal on point, you could damage the Ashe on point, but you really didn't need to jump in there and help your Winston at all. You don't need to be frontlining on Moira, so again, you're chasing your Winston to where? Meanwhile, you're going to be hit in the back by a Ryan. Really, I would encourage you to stay on point more here. Heal your D.Va from point. Don't worry about that turret. The fact that your D.Va just got demeched there is bad. You're right there. You could have definitely saved her. Definitely healed her. Right now, you should not be damaging that Torb at all. You should have been healing up your Winston. And you could play, you know, behind the payload, behind a corner, so that Torb can't even shoot you. But I would bet you money if your Winston was full health, he could have killed the Torb. Okay, So that ult there, it didn't help you at all. So Moira doesn't have the most valuable ult. It charges fast. I'm a big fan of it because it's a good amount of healing and damage at the same time. But you get it pretty fast, and you can sometimes pop it at not the best times, and it can still be rewarding. But there, it didn't get you anything at all. You didn't heal your teammates. You didn't even kill the Torp turret, you personally. So it didn't really matter at all. Imagine if you could pop your ult right here. Your Zen probably wouldn't have had to pop his ult, which is a very valuable ult. You could have damaged this Rhine. Again, not even saying it's the best time to pop your ult against this Rhine right here, but you would have gotten more value. And so I would be careful about when you're popping your ult.
I must reflect upon this.
My ultimate is charging.
Why we stopped?
Okay. So that would have been really good to throw that healing orb at your Winston. Unlucky that it hit the pull, and then unlucky that you guys got bladed.
When faced with a setback, we must challenge our assumptions.
You were thinking about typing, but you did not.
Checking in. New objective. Get the payload moving.
My ultimate is almost ready.
Chris is upset, and Chris is on the enemy team, so this is a good thing almost, right? If he's getting upset, that means that their team's going to be upset, and you guys could take advantage of that, do better. They're not going to be working as much as a team. Okay, nice. So you heard that McCree behind you, right? Imagine if you had been in comms, and so you could have like told your diva, like, hey, there's a McCree, and she could have turned around, helped you. She could have defense matrixes, so you didn't take any damage. Instead, you're in the back, thankfully killing both of their DPS. But if this was a higher rank, you would have and should have died. Right there, you already have your ult, so the damage orb isn't going to help you charge your ult. You could have just thrown a healing orb to help you get to full health, make sure you don't get one shot, and help your diva when she goes in there. But because you already have your ult, you don't have to just throw random damage orbs, because that's going to help charge your enemy's ult. Unlucky that you got shattered. Oh, you made it out though. Like, see, I would throw a healing orb the second you stood up there. It's going to heal you, it's going to heal your diva. Watch right here the difference that could have happened. So, up, healing orb. I bet you money that you would have made it out of that lava.
When faced with a setback,
Nice. I like how you were going to go out the other way, but you went down to heal your diva. It'd be really nice if you could have told your diva, like, hey, I'm coming to heal you.
I'm under attack.
You were getting shot by that Torb, and yet you went around the corner. I would have really liked to see you help your Widow in May, because you knew that Torb was there. And again, kind of same thing. Your diva is right there on the screen, low health. If you could heal her, she could do a lot of damage and stuff.
Pepper than yarn.
Not a bad thing that you killed the Genji, but you really committed to the Genji, and your Bastion was critical when you turned back around. He could have easily died without you, and it would have been a better choice to stay by the Bastion healing him. Especially when you have something like a Bastion, it's very important to keep them up. Like if their momentum stops, if they have to get off the cart, it can be a really big deal. And so I would really encourage you overall to focus more on healing, Moira is an awesome healer who has a lot of self-sustain where she can stay alive, but she doesn't, because she has that damage, a lot of people end up playing her like a DPS, almost like you did. You were fighting their DPS in the back. You were, overcommitting to a Genji. I would really encourage you to be more careful there, because if this was a higher ELO game, you would definitely be killed when you were fighting those DPS, and your team would definitely die while they're not being healed. So I would try just once or twice to play a game of Moira where you basically try your best to forget that you have a damage click. Use it to recharge your healing, and that's it. Throw healing orbs, throw all the healing in the world on your diva, on your bastion, and I bet you money that you'll climb, because your team is going to be staying alive way more than their team is. Moira can put out so much raw healing. I'd really like to see you take advantage of that. On that same note, I would try and use your ults from a little further back. Moira has really far range, and you can oftentimes heal and damage your teammate at the same time. Heal your teammate and damage your enemy at the same time, which would have been like invaluable. Like when you were ulting the Rhine, your diva was low health right next to you. I'd bet you money you could have killed the Rhine and healed your diva at the same time with your ult. Other than that, I would really encourage you to kind of watch back the video, think about what you were doing, and think about the fact that you're a healer, and try and really see if you think that you were playing the role of healer well, or if you think that you're playing DPS healer. And really try and focus on being a healer, and I can pretty much guarantee you'll climb. But overall, I appreciated watching it, appreciate you uploading a VOD. I always love to watch Moira,